Urban rail reshapes cities. Its evolving design reflects humanism. By blending urban landscape with cultural landmarks, which exudes a unique charm. Urban rail, a moving cultural icon, becomes an essential new space in modern cities. Every summer, Xiamen welcomes tourists from around the world. Unlike their enthusiasm, local lad Wu Xiaopan prefers to express his love for Xiamen Island through the strokes of his brush.
I fell in love with comics back in elementary school. With all the free time after work, I was looking for something fun to do. I decided to rekindle my childhood passion, drawing comics. In 2015, when Xiamen Metro Line 1 was in full swing construction, I thought, why not create a comic about Xiamen Metro?
On December 31, 2017, with the opening of Metro Line 1, Xiamen, already a global hotspot, gained a new must-see attraction, the Maritime Metro. Xiamen consists of Xiamen Island, Gulanyi Island, Haizang Peninsula, Jimei Peninsula, Xi'an Peninsula, Dadong and Xiaodong Islands, Inland Tong'an, and Jiulongjiang. Under the Belt and Road Initiative, Xiamen, a key city on the Maritime Silk Road, is enhancing cross-island development as part of its overarching development strategy. Xiamen Metro Line 1 runs along the north-south axis, bridging old and new districts, showcasing overseas Chinese heritage and Fujian Taiwan customs, and weaving together a century of Xiamen's history. Wu captured his first cross-sea metro ride. In his comic,
As the metro exited the tunnel, I heard cheers from the front car. Confused at first, my car emerged. And suddenly, the view opened up from darkness to bright skies and vast ocean. That stunning view made me cheer along with others.
Xiaopang, a professional traveler, has backpacked for 17 years in over 100 countries. He was captivated by metro music performances in London, wandered through the world's most beautiful art gallery in Moscow's metro stations, experienced the famous pushers in Japan's crowded subways, and even sang with Paris metro buskers. This time, Xiaopang returns to Xiamen for China's first cross-sea metro.
In fact, around the world, metro is my main transport. I believe that our journey doesn't start when we reach the destination. It begins the moment we board our transportation. The metro is also a window into the culture of a city. The moments of connection are when you truly blend with the city. My first time in Paris, I arrived at dawn. As I emerged from the metro, the city suddenly came into focus, clear and tangible before my eyes. When I caught a whiff of coffee from a nearby cafe, I knew I was really in Paris. At that moment, it felt like a dream come true.
Gulanyi, Xiamen University. Zhongshan Road, Zhengzuo'an, near Zhenghai Road, the starting point of Metro Line 1. You'll find the most iconic Xiamen scenery. In the Minang dialect, Swa means house. It's the most iconic traditional architecture in southern Fujian. The designers of Xiamen Metro Line 1 used modern design techniques to incorporate the traditional gable beam structure of Minong houses into station ceilings.
When locals see it, they feel at home. Because it reminds us of traditional Minong houses. Isn't this the feeling of childhood ancient houses? Visitors find it novel and unique. I've been to Xiamen 6 times, each visit feels different. It's always fresh and unfamiliar. There's always new things to discover. Last year, the metro wasn't open yet. I heard it runs above the sea. So this time I had to experience it for myself. There's something magical about the metro. Everyone has their own story. We sit together, heading to different destinations.
Wu Xiaopan's new comic is finished. As usual, his high school friends living off-island are his first readers. But this time, the metro has shrunk their once-hour-long journey to mere minutes. Xiamen Metro isn't just a pretty face. It carries the hopes and dreams of local people. Wu's comic portrays how the metro tackles three big issues for locals: long-distance love, lengthy commutes, and cramped living.
The inspiration for this came from a local joke I heard. A girl wanted to break up with her boyfriend. Why? I live on the island. You're off island. We're long distance. Isn't that funny? So I put it into my comic.
Before China opened up, if you wanted to get from Jime to Xiamen Island, you'd have to catch a boat or train at dawn. But now, from the station right below Wu's place to his girlfriend's house, it's less than a 30-minute metro ride. Urban railways connect places and bring hearts closer together. As of July 2018, Xiamen has 4 metro lines under construction, spanning about 169.2 kilometers in total. This network is transforming Xiamen from an island city into a bay eco-city.
Traveling is a broad concept. But I think everyone yearns for that once-in-a-lifetime feeling. That unforgettable surprise.
In the first half of 2018, Xiaopan conquered 3 of top 10 hiking trails. Before setting off again, his youth hostel in Chengdu is about to open. Chengdu, southwest China's hub, is growing rapidly. The sprawling metro network is weaving an ever-expanding transport web. The subway changes how Chengdu folks get around and the lives of residents along the subway. Just a stone's throw from Tong Zilin Station on Line 1. There's a little bar you might miss if you blink. It's run by David, a Frenchman, and his Sichuan wife, Yang. A twist of fate brought David to Chengdu 13 years ago.
Chengdu feels a bit like my hometown. It's China's province. I'm from province too, so I thought, all right, I've got to check this place out. It was like destiny, I guess.
Urban rail transit is efficient and convenient, making subway lines the top choice for expats in Chengdu. The subway helps them overcome language barriers and zip to their destinations in no time. Every day, David and his wife hop on the subway for commuting. They live near Jinqing Plaza Station on Metro Line 1. The bar is located near Tong Zilin Station, just 5 stops away.
Why did we open a bar here? Simple. It's right by the subway. We tell folks, we're at Tong Zilin Station, exit B. Okay.
When Line 1 opened, expats were buzzing with excitement, eager to give it a whirl on day one.
The subway is developing faster than back home. Every year, 1 or 2 new lines pop up. Fast, cheap, and convenient.
Chengdu's welcoming spirit gives newcomers a true sense of belonging. Its growing international vibe has drawn over 30,000 expats to put down roots here. After 13 years of immersion in Chengdu, David's become like a sponge, absorbing the city's unique flavor and character.
I realized that I arrived in Chengdu on August 3rd, 2005. That makes it exactly 13 years today.
He knows every dish, every street, and every subway line here. In a simple and quirky way. He tells everyone he is a local now.
A home packed with people is a happy home. Just kidding.
Every day, folks pepper him with the same questions. The first question is, where are you from?
Where are you from?
Where?
France.
France? You French are so romantic.
Not as romantic as Chinese.
You foreigners must be raking in the dough.
Not as much as you think.
Can you use chopsticks? Try dumplings? Eat spicy food?
Yeah, used to it. Chopsticks? Child's play.
When he goes out, no one bats an eye. Instead, they just say, hey, turn around so we can snap a pic.
Yeah, just like that. Mom and Dad are off to work. I go to kindergarten.
Is it done? All right, off you go. 1:55, just right.
I reckon Chengdu's bound to keep growing. By leaps and bounds. But it'll never lose its laid-back charm. Drawing pandas. Arty pandas.
Baby pandas.
Chengdu Metro, the pulse of city life. The planning and design of Chengdu's rail transit blend local flavor with international flair, releasing the city's confidence and warmth. In 2012, Chengdu's metro stations started focusing on cultural uplift. That's when Zhang Yimou stepped into subway design. Line 1 then had 17 stops.
Each one has its own special touch. This led to the one line, one scene concept. It is functional, while also conveying culture and creating a city icon. A standout example is
Jinsha Museum Station on Line 7. It draws inspiration from the Moscow Metro, which features National Museum exhibits. The station's design incorporates Jinsha culture's iconic sunbird, along with cloud patterns and other visuals, to create a magnificent and splendid space that captures the essence of ancient Shu culture. On Chengdu Metro Line 10, near the Chengdu Panda base, Panda Avenue Station is all about the national treasure. But forget realistic panda pics, these murals give pandas a playful, human-like twist. At Taiping Yuan Station, where 3 lines meet, the star of the show is Chengdu's city tree, the ginkgo. Art installations and corridors near the escalators, giving passengers the feeling of walking through a painting. Across China, more and more metro designs are becoming head-turning urban landscapes. Hangzhou's stations ooze futuristic vibes, while Wuhan's pack a cultural punch. In southern Guangdong, Foshan Metro integrates traditional paper cutting into their design. Foshan paper cutting features copper chisels and knives. Unlike up north, Foshan uses carving knives of all sizes. Each piece is carved stroke by stroke with these tools. These lifelike paper cuts embody the craftsmanship and dedication of the artisans, and convey the local customs and traditions. This ancient art form bridges past and present, frozen in time within modern metro stations. Commuters rushing through often find themselves slowing down, drinking in Foshan's timeless charm. Traditionally, metro decoration was considered an afterthought, like slapping on some jewelry at the last minute. Now, it's all about digging deep into the space itself. Weaving station design into the architectural blueprint is the trend of the future.
Before I start designing, I have a habit. I wander the streets without any specific goal. To put it more vividly, I call it roaming.
Each metro station's design is a love letter to the city's unique cultural DNA. For Xi'an, inspiration strikes in two spots that capture Chengdu's old meets new vibe. They're pure Chengdu, through and through.
Wenchu Temple offers more insights into Chengdu's everyday hustle and bustle. You can feel the pulse of modern trends too. It's like watching the city evolve in real time, including how folks' tastes have changed.
In his spare time, Jean loves to stroll through the stations he designed, soaking in every detail of his work.
This caisson ceiling was inspired by Herjiang Pavilion, one of Chengdu's crown jewels, just northeast of here. It's where two rivers meet. That's the concept behind it. Building on this idea, we themed the entire Xingnan Station around riverside and waterfront culture. Everything here was crafted by my hands, so it carries a lot of my personal efforts. I really see it as my own child.
This train is bound for the north square of Beek Station. The next station is Daryanta.
Crossing the Qingling Mountains, we arrive in Xi'an. Passengers in the metro car are experiencing the ancient and modern history of this 13th dynasty capital. In just a few minutes on the train, you feel like you've traveled through 1,000 years. Liang Shijuan, chief engineer at China Railway First Group, has been working at the construction site of Xi'an Metro Line 4 for over 2 years.
Is the soil layer below still the same? No changes. I was born in the Qingling Mountains. My family was very poor. When I left my hometown to land a job, I mainly ended up in construction in the city. I decided to study architecture. After graduation, I wanted to do something for the people back home. Xi'an is a city rich in history, with countless cultural relics and historical sites, both above and below ground. That's why the Xi'an Metro project, from initial design to final construction, has always prioritized cultural preservation.
During construction, they dug deeper to avoid the 8-meter deep cultural layer underground, and adjusted the routes to avoid important above-ground cultural sites. This minimizes the impacts of the metro system on cultural relics. For the ancient city of Xi'an, protecting cultural heritage has always been paramount. From network planning to construction and operation,
During metro construction, we tried to minimize any impact on cultural heritage.
Section 11 of Line 4, overseen by Liang Shijun, was classified as high risk. The challenge in this section was to build an underground tunnel beneath Xi'an railway stations. Critical junction. The tunnel was a maze of pipelines, signal poles and other facilities, with over 200 trains running daily above. A train passes every 7 minutes on average. There was no precedent for this anywhere in the world. Experts likened it to performing open-heart surgery. Typically, to ease the construction of the metro tunnel beneath the railway station, metro and railway stations are built at right angles. But this project was designed at a 40-degree angle. The reason is that a right angle would have led straight to the southern gate of the Dar Ming Palace ruins, a World Heritage Site, Dan Foam Gate. Known as the first gate of the Tang Dynasty, Danfeng Gate is the largest town-era city gate ever discovered. To avoid disturbing Dan Foam Gate, Liang Shijun's project difficulty skyrocketed.
When workers were digging below, the tunnel face would shake noticeably as trains passed above, causing material to fall from the ceiling. Workers panicked, dropping tools and fleeing. If it's so safe, why don't you work alongside us? So every night, the leader on duty had to be there on the job site, working with the crew. As a leader of so many people in this project, you can't show the pressure on your face. The Darming Palace is very close to our project site. Every morning around 6, I started running in the Daming Palace. It helps relieve physical fatigue and stress. During my runs, I'm deeply moved by seeing elderly people exercising and singing Xinjiang opera. I'm a big fan of Shangshi's Xinjiang, especially the Huaying Old Tune, where they slam a brick down. Even if the bench falls, they just pick it up and slam it again. Whether the slamming is in tune or how strong the rhythm is, that's secondary. It's the spirit of total immersion that I find truly inspiring. They're fully engrossed in what they're doing.
At 10:58 a.m. on February 5, 2018, after 615 days of construction, Xi'an Metro Line 4's underground tunnel was fully connected. Workers from both sides of the tunnel touched hands, marking the full connection of Line 4 and bringing it one step closer to its year-end launch. In his 15-year career, Liang Shijun worked on all metro lines of Xi'an. After 615 days of intense construction, he finally has time to take his wife and child for a ride on the familiar yet new Xi'an Metro.
How many tickets do we need?
How much cash should we put in?
Why spit it out?
Select a number. Ask mom to look.
What's this on it? What's this? It's the bell tower. When we worked on Xi'an Metro Line 1, we took a ride once it was completed. After that, we were always working. As soon as one line was finished, we'd move on to the next. So in our day-to-day lives, we hardly get to ride the metro.
Under the Xi'an city walls, a group of ordinary metro workers are writing their own chapter with words and youth into the Xi'an Metro era.
My name is Gunda and I'm 26 years old. I've been working at Xi'an Metro for 5 years. My daily job involves maintaining the electric trains.
Ganda is a poetry enthusiast who likes to capture moments from work and life in verse.
Wang Xiaobo said, "Having the world as it is now is not enough. We need a poetic world too. Each poem takes you to a different world. So life needs more experiences. Even if you cannot travel thousands of miles, you can do so through books." A century of metro forges ahead. Who stands atop the Qingling Mountains, transcending the mundane world, penning a timeless epic? Who rises tall south of the Space Center, guiding 1,000 sails forward, forging a fleet that moves as one?
After inspection, the metro smoothly departs the depot, ready to begin a busy day on the tracks. As the duty station manager, Niu Weiwei oversees all daily operations at Yanpingmen Station. Amidst her busy work, she finds strength into Gore's poetry.
The metro whispered to me that life is not empty. It's as solid and substantial as the earth. I see, the Silk Road civilization starts at our feet, journeying westward to reach Tagore's homeland.
Xi'an Metro etches into its people a memory of the city's history, a view of time's passage, and a preservation of cultural roots and confidence. The rapid growth of urban rail transit infuses this ancient city with boundless vitality. Xiaopeng packs his bags again, ready to embark on his New York subway journey. David's wine bar welcomes new friends. Liang Shijuan takes on a new project of Xi'an Metro. Urban transit expands life's horizons, bridges emotional distances between people, and embodies each city's cultural character. Urban transit is a moving cityscape, increasingly revealing its unique charm. Amidst this landscape, we witness the seamless blend of urban transit with nature, each city's care for its people and their enriched lives. We also see the deep respect for and confidence in Chinese tradition. China's modern urban rail harmoniously integrates with nature, society, and culture, highlighting each city's civilization and progress. As urban transit's expansion brings cities closer together, China's urban rail has not only transformed the country, but is also steadily influencing the world. Please stay tuned for the 5-part documentary, Chinese Urban Rail, Episode 4, Pioneering.